Hello everyone. Let's switch over. Hey, there we go. Alright. Let me just make sure I have everything. I'm a bit all over the place. Today has been a lot. I had like 4 guys in my bedroom, and not even in a good way. They were just looking at my bedroom window like, what the fuck? Because my bedroom window is broken. My balcony door is broken. Or it was. They did fix it. It took hours. And then right after they left, I had to do a mad scramble to get to the dentist on time because they they predicted the work would only take an hour. It didn't. It took a long time. Um so yeah. Anyway, honk. You know what time it is? It's Homestuck time. But I just want to ease into it today. I don't want to jump straight into it. I want to chat. We went through a lot yesterday. Fucking hell. Yeah, we went through a lot yesterday. A lot happened. And it was quite traumatic. So, do you want to talk about it, Coco? Is there anything you'd like to vent? Should we do a like tally on who's dead? Okay. Eridan's dead. He got cut in half. Equius got choked to death and he loved it. Kanaya was dead, and then Kanaya came back and kicked absolute ass. Gave me hope and then crushed it right in front of me. Who am I, Eridan? um, who else is dead? Tavros. Tavros is dead. Uh, who else is dead? Pfeffery. Pfeffery's dead. Tavros was a good boy. He was a good boy. Um, Solix is now blind. And I think he's kind of dead, but not dead. It's very confusing and will be explained. Um, Arati is alive. She self-resed. Kind of fucking badass. You ask me. Um, oh yeah, we met Dead Dave, the doomed Dave. We met him. Oh yeah, mum and dad are dead. So's bro. Hmm. Who else is dead? Dead Dave. Do not. Dead Dave. Do not eat is incredible. What you know what? What I have to do now, don't you? Wait. Please stand by. Yeah, yeah. That one gets pinned on the face. That one was so good. Don't screenshot that. Hey Liv, how you doing? Welcome in. Oh, there's a lot of people dead. I don't know how caught up you are, Liv. I know you have the Google Doc. We should review the Google Doc. Ooh. That's an idea. Haven't had much time to work on it. That's fair. Definitely gonna have to work on that sometime. Finals coming up. That makes sense. Focus on your finals. Homestuck's not as important as your finals. Pretty close though. Separate doc. That's just one-off information I'm gathering. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I suppose you probably weren't here for the tail end of the stream last night. So Pfeffery is dead. Solix is blind and kind of dead. Eridan was cut in half. Kanaya was dead and then came back to life. She was the one who cut Eridan in half. Gamzee's going on an insane killing spree and like choked Equius to death, but he enjoyed it because he's a fucking freak. Mum and Dad are dead. Bro is dead. Tavros is dead. I feel like I'm missing someone. Oh, and Aradia did a self-res because she was Ghost Girl. Is Tavros the incel guy? No, Tavros was the the one who was paralyzed and got bullied by Vriska. That's Tavros. Tavros is Taurus. Yeah, wheelchair guy. Yeah, that's the one. Equius was the incel. Yeah. Equius was the guy who enjoyed getting choked out while he was dying. Like, he was enjoying it. Fucking freak. Like, he died, no one was sad. Everyone was like, alright. It was like the meme of fucking Loki. Yes, very sad. Anyway. Is the blind girl still alive? Yeah, Terezi is doing an active investigation of all the murders because she's obsessed with justice. Also, no one's made the connection that Terezi is Libra and she's blind. Blind justice. We pop champagne for real. We're like, finally, I'll never have to read this fucker's text ever again. Dave can't possibly still be alive, right? I feel like that dude dies every 10 minutes. We actually got to meet one of the doomed timeline Daves in the afterlife. So there is an afterlife. And there was a dead Tavros in Dave's room in a dream bubble memory. That's the afterlife, by the way. And he was like ready to rap battle Dave. It's kind of funny. But yeah, dream bubbles are like basically memories. Jade deal with her dream furry self. No, she didn't. Her dream furry self ran away and just fucked off somewhere. And then she had this like moment of connection with Carcat because she was like, yeah, my past self fucking sucks. And Carcat's like, yeah, I don't know how that feels. And then her and Kanaya had a really beautiful conversation because they're both space players. Frog breeding has begun, so they're now breeding frogs to try and make the new universe, even though it's completely pointless because they're gonna fail the game and they've literally got like a few hours until everyone's gonna die. Where's Vriska? Is she alive? Yes, Vriska is alive. In fact, Vriska killed Tavros. Um, Terezi is currently pursuing Tavros. Um, and, oh, it's worth mentioning, Kanaya punched Vriska in the face so hard that she did a backflip and her face grinded along the floor. It was very satisfying. And now Vriska is feeling romantic red rum feelings for Kanaya. Kanaya's lipstick lesbian, by the way. Kanaya's now a vampire. And she glows. She glows in the dark. Doomed Yuri. I wouldn't say it's doomed Yuri. I'd say it's toxic. Wait, who's a vampire? Kanaya. Eridan shot and killed Kanaya with his science wand, and it impaled her. And she just came back to life, drank Theferi's blood, chainsawed Eridan in half, and smeared his blood on her lips with her lipstick, punched Vriska in the face, kicked Gamzee in the nether region, and launched him off of the fucking ledge into God knows where. And then put on sunglasses like a fucking boss. Kanaya is saving the fucking day. And Karkat's trying not to have a breakdown. Every time I try to understand the shit, I feel like I'm on fucking acid. Yes, because the creators were probably on acid. That's my favorite lesbian. Yeah, my favorite lesbian too. Kanaya is my favorite lesbian. Period. She's so cool. Sweaty, I'm trying my best, but Andrew Hussey is a man. Yeah, Andrew Hussey is insane. Second to you, Liv. Nah. Kanaya is still my favorite. Alright. Now that Aradia has god-tiered, let's enjoy some of this. Shall we? Have fun in class. I'll see you later. I also have some sushi. My mouth is also still a little bit numb from the dentist. I'm hoping that talking is going to loosen it up very quickly. Get some blood flowing. So yeah. Let's get going, shall we? Solix. Hey, what's up, AA? You'll never guess what I just found. Won't I? I doubt it. Was it the matching ruin site? Yeah. How did you know? I don't know, just a weird feeling. I feel like we had this conversation before, and that's what it was about. Yeah, me too. What do you think it means? Probably nothing, but now not only does it feel like we had this conversation before, but it's going differently this time. So it's extra weird. Maybe our voices are involved. I don't know. Maybe. Let's go, I guess. Yeah. Maybe yours are too. I don't hear a goddamn thing. Do you? Wait. Yeah. She's very quiet though. I can't tell what she's saying. Oh well. Why don't we pretend there's no spooky paranormal phenomena going on just once and talk about what you wanted to talk about? Good idea. Okay, do you remember what we talked about regarding Kanaya's ruins? Thorda. I asked you for help in understanding the glyphs. I guess. Are you just being difficult, or do you really not remember? I guess I don't find the whole mystery of the ruins as exciting as you, okay? Well, obviously. But I really appreciate your help anyway. Sure. How can I help then? Well, you said you'd needed another set of glyphs. To make sense of them, you speculated that there might be another set of ruins. You even guessed they would be blue. Turns out, you were right. Don't you think that's pretty cool? Oh yeah. I am awesome about that for sure. But I can't shake the feeling these ruins are going to be nothing but trouble for us. But you say that about everything. That's because it's fucking true about everything. No, it's not. I did find some other neat things down there too, which are strange but quite harmless and not foreboding in the least. Like what? Like this amazing hat. It is an authentic archaeologist hat. It's so hard to find them in this style. There are no horn holes, but I love it anyway. It's great. Pretty sweet, eh? Hey, didn't you also find some bits and pieces of your bizarre robot doppelganger? I wasn't gonna tell you about that. Damn, how did you know? I don't know. I just remembered some more shit about this discovery. God, sorry. This is stupid. Yeah, well, I guess this is the kind of shit you have to deal with when two psychics talk to each other about stuff. Maybe. Why don't we pick this up again later when we're not feeling so weird? Well, okay. Ahem. Sorry to interrupt. I wanted to give you both the chance to remember, but it doesn't look like this is going anywhere. What the fuck? Wow. What? Is it coming back yet? Is what coming back? Who are you? Well, hold on. Why am I talking like you suddenly? This is a memory in a dream bubble. That's right. Oh. Oh, that doesn't really answer my question, but okay. You changed your voice because you remembered, like I did. Remembered what? That I died. This is my memory, and also hers. But I went on to become the robot whose remains are in this crater, whereas she did not. I don't actually know her story, or how she got here, but for me, this was the end of the road. This is the afterlife. Well, shit. So, then I guess I'm dead too. No. You're just asleep. You're also blind. Holy shit. I can't see. Yeah, that's what being blind means. Wow, awesome. Way to be awesomely sympathetic to my terrible new problem. Solix, will you shut up and stop being so tragic for once? You knew this was going to happen. Your prophecies of personal doom were practically all you ever talked about. I think you were looking forward to this, honestly. She's right. I can't believe this. It's almost as if I'm getting double teamed. Damn, that didn't feel right at all. I think I might have to retire the whole bifurcation gimmick. Puns and all. Actually, that's kind of a relief. Maybe you're right. I'm feeling better about this already. Great. You should be able to relax now that you've been released from the curse of your vision twofold, just like you said you'd be. You're now merely doomed. Oh, that's awesome. Being doomed isn't that bad. I spent most of my life that way, remember? At least you have the luxury of understanding. And the best part about being doomed, you only have to put up with it until you die. That's the spirit. Actually, I guess I don't have to keep talking like I'm doomed anymore, do I? Nope. This is so weird. What am I even listening to here? Fuck, I cannot believe I just made that face. God damn it. Oh yeah, also, why the fuck are my teeth missing? I don't know. Okay, well, great. Glad we got to the fucking bottom of that mystery. 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 Man, I can't even lisp anymore if I try. I'm gonna keep the lisp up for Solix because it's the only Solix voice I know. He lost his sight and his teeth. Damn. Yeah, the teeth thing is Carcat's fault. Carcat was trying to, like, drag his unconscious body to safety, and they fell down a flight of fucking stairs. I warned you about those stairs, man. I told you, dog. Fucking Carcat, man. It always comes back to stairs. It really does. Alright. Please don't laugh. I can tell you're both enjoying this. I can smell it using my new blind guy nose powers. Really? No, not really. I was joking. I mean, not yet. Maybe I'll ask TZ about it when I wake up, though. Hey, what's that noise? What noise? I think someone else is here. Oh, it's Jade. Jade? What the fuck? Who's Jade? She's one of the humans we met after you died. Okay, I guess I'm out of the loop on chronology for once. That's fine. You'll catch up. Hey guys. I hope I'm not interrupting. Welcome in, Waffle. How you doing, bud? I'm doing well. Half my face is numb. I'm hoping that it unnumbs quickly. Hoping talking gets that done. Alright. Jade is here in the afterlife in the little dream bubbles. Well, yeah. You kind of were. Sort of a reunion of close, supportive friends going on here, but no big deal, I guess. Oh no. I can leave. No, don't. Solix, try to be polite. There's no reason at all for you to feel hostile toward them anymore. Jade is very nice, and she did nothing wrong. None of them did. So when you wake up, maybe you should try to reconcile with them. Or, at the very least, just say, hello. Did I what? Be nice to them or whatever before you exploded? Well, no, but I should have. I did with you before I left, didn't I? I guess so. This is awkward. Shush you. What actually happened after I died? It sounds complicated. It is. I'll get you guys up to speed, I promise. But guys, come on, let's not scare away our guest. Okay then, I'll shut up. I think one Aradia saying things is more than enough, probably. You can say that again. But I mean, don't say it again, because that's kind of the whole point. And we completely oh my god, shut up. Please. It's okay. I can take another nap later, when you guys aren't busy. No, Jade, it's okay. Please stay. I'm curious about why you're here. Well, I've just been enjoying these little naps more and more lately. Each time... Let me get back into her voice. I lost it. Hi. Well, I've just been enjoying these little naps more and more lately. Each time I go to sleep, I meet more new people and learn so much. But I still can't get Carcat to take a nap. Boy, talk about a guy who's anti-nap. Yeah, what a douche. Seriously. He's the douchiest of crabby crabs, whoever douched the big douchey crab. Oh, wrong one. Seriously. He's the douchiest of crabby crabs who ever douched a big douchey crab. Lol. But, yeah, it's been fun. I should really thank Pfeffery again for setting it up so we could meet like this. Wait, FF is here? Yeah. Oh god. Why didn't that occur to me? Where is she? Probably in another bubble, but you'll find her. Maybe during your next nap. Well, shit. Why can't I just go glup around out there in the ring and find her now? I mean, aside from the fact that I'm blind and completely useless. Navigating between bubbles is difficult here. It's better to drift between them naturally as they intersect, not spatially, but through common points in memory. To navigate the furthest ring, you need to have mastered the flow of time. That's why I'm here. I'm alive again, so I may assist the dead in this way. Huh? Jade, tell me, have you seen me here before? I mean, dressed like I am now, wearing my godhood? Yeah, you were really nice and helpful. Wait, what? You're wearing a godhood? Why didn't you tell me that? What give? Or that you came back to life? I'm wearing a hood and I have butterfly wings. What else would you like to know? Man, being blind is dumb. Can't I, like, grope you or some shit to get up to date on your appearance? Would that be weird? Yes, Alex, that would probably be pretty weird. I think your outfit looks cute. I love your wings, too. Thank you. Your outfit is quite spiffy, too. I like that skirt a lot, especially. Is is that a skirt? I'm not sure. Aradia is my favorite character now. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Aradia is pretty dope. A bit morbid, but she's still pretty cool. Rolling my eyes is what I would be doing if that were possible. Shh. AA, come on. You are making a point. Yes, okay. You see, those encounters you had with me before have not happened for me yet, because I've only just arrived. Time follows strange paths here, as to space. If you travel a great enough distance, you may discover you're also traveling either backwards or forwards in time as well. Just as if you stay in one place for too long, the geometry of space surrounding you will become unreliable. You may swat the air to your left and discover you've just slapped yourself. The only way to make sense of it is to understand either property very well, and since I'm new here, I have some learning to do, just like everyone else. But I do know one thing. What? I knew the first bubble I would enter would be an important one for us to visit. What's so important about it? Hang on, we're moving to a new memory. Hold that thought. It is important because it will help us begin to understand why we are all here. What do you mean, why we're all here? You mean in the afterlife? That's easy. Because she's asleep. She's dead. You're alive. I'm blind. Couldn't be simpler. No, no. Not why we're in this bubble now, but why we all exist in the first place, and why we all went on this adventure together. Oh, that. There is, there is much to understand. I believe it all begins with one sequence of events. Watching will help those who've passed to understand the purpose of their sacrifice, and those still living to understand what must be done to complete the journey still ahead. We'll let the memories lead the way. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Okay, let's allow the next memory to take shape. I believe it's Kanaya's. I will reprise my role in a conversation I had with her shortly after I discovered the ruins. Everybody hide and try not to spoil it for her until she remembers. Hey, Kanaya. There's something I want to give you. Oh, really? Yeah. It's something very odd I found when I discovered the ruins the other night. I don't know what its archaeological significance is yet, but I suspect you'll be able to repair it. This is a dream, isn't it? Wow. I mean, wow, you figured that out very fast. It seemed obvious. Either I'm sleeping or I'm dead. Which is it? Oh, I'm sure you're alive. You're unconscious now and will likely wake up as your new self very soon. My new self? Yes, you're undergoing a metamorphosis, which you've been groomed for since you were very young. Much like I was for my various personal iterations, including this one. You mean being a ghost, and then a frog, and then a robot, and then a fairy? Yes, but it sure sounds silly when you list them all like that. Kind of. What do you mean? We have been groomed. Well, that is what we're about to find out. If you will oblige us by continuing with this memory. Okay, what do I do? Why don't we go through this conversation again, to the best of our recollection? But I guess rather than acting it out, we can just talk about it the old-fashioned way. Was what we were attempting before not old-fashioned? I have no idea. It seems to me the nature of the afterlife is probably very old-fashioned. Maybe even the most old-fashioned a thing can get. Yeah, you know what I mean, though. Yes, then. This was when you were about to give me that unusual gift from the ruins. Yeah. I then had Solix deliver the pieces to you, so you could stitch it back up. Solix, that's your cue. Come out and play the part. Though we don't have to hide anymore. No, of course not. Obviously the jig is up, everyone can come out now. Yay! Though, like, okay, I'm supposed to act out what I did before when I brought her these shitty doll parts. Is that what's going on here? Yeah, I'm still not sure, Aradia. Are we supposed to be role-playing? No, guys, come on. It isn't that complicated. We're just revisiting the past, just like we would if we were talking about it. But it just so happens we can watch it happen as we talk about it. And as a matter of fact, this story does involve a role. Playing a game, but not in that way. Does involve a role-playing game, but not in that way. Oh my god, my brain. Let me take a little fucking... She's the real girl. Bro, are they playing D&D? No. They're dead. The fuck you mean are they playing D&D? They're dead. Well, some of them. Some of them are dreaming. The ones that are dreaming, their dream selves are dead. Wait, that's what's happening? Yeah. Some of them are dead. Some of them are dreaming. And those that are dreaming, their dream selves are dead. So you remember Jade's dream self died. And that's why she's there. Aradia is actually alive, but she was dead. And now she is basically becoming Charon, right? So, like, the ferryman of the dead, basically. Solix is technically alive. But he's asleep. And his dream selves, both of them, are dead. So yeah, that's what's happening. Got it. Yeah. Kanaya was dead. But like Aradia said, she's going through a metamorphosis where her body is like changing. I think I'm gonna have a snack. I haven't been able to eat because my face has been numb, and I've been in a rush all day. I've got some sushi. So I'm gonna have a little snack. Why the fuck does this smell bad? Oh no, it doesn't smell bad. I just sniffed it. It doesn't smell bad. For some reason my brain went, it smells bad. Probably trauma from the durian. I don't know. What do you have in your notes, Liv? I'm really curious, actually. You could organize your information based on character. You'll be fine. I'll help you go through it with, like, add information. That's some good sushi. It feels good to actually eat something. Where's Rose? What she's doing? That's a really good question. We haven't seen Rose for a long fucking time. We don't know what the fuck Rose is doing, but we have been worried about her. Kanaya has been running around trying to figure out if Rose is okay. Tempted to get some skewers. Oh my god, get skewers. There's this food stand that visits my town sometimes, and they do Thai food, and oh my god, it's Thai food, by the way. The fucking chicken skewers are incredible. It's like chicken satay with peanut sauce. Oh my god, so good. Also, the pad thai is delicious. You think you know the one? Oh, it's so good. Worth every penny. Delicious food. So good. The woman who runs the the food stand, she recognizes me. Just moving my microphone, trying not to jump scare you guys. All right, let's get back into it. Okay. This story does involve a role-playing game, but not in that way. This is kind of stupid. You're stupid and you sound stupid. Holy shit, I do sound stupid. What the fuck is my mouth full of all these teeth suddenly? I don't know, but you may be waking up soon. Oh, okay, quite. So, I will mention the rest of the cool story, okay? Maybe not, if we hurry this along. Wait, before we do, hi Kanaya, it's nice to meet you. Hi Jade. What is that thing you're wearing? You don't like it? There we go, that's her voice. Got it. There we go, yeah. No, I didn't mean to sound disapproving, but I do think more colourful apparel suits you better. Yeah, I know, you told me. I did. Yeah, but you probably haven't yet. Not from your perspective. I could not help but overhear. You're asleep now.
You told me all about what happened after you woke up.
About what?
About how you turned into a vampire.
What's vampire? This is ridiculous. Solix is right. I mean, Solix. Can I tell us what happened next? There isn't much to say. I repaired the doll and made him a nice outfit with a far more becoming palette fit fit than the absurd tatters he was found in. I thought, at least. Yes. Yes. Should there be anything else to this story? Not really. Isn't that... Isn't that... Ugh.
Hi. Is that Dave's puppet?
Yes. Aw, shit. I guess I'm out of here. Bye, Solix. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Anyway, that's all I can remember. I quickly began to find the doll unnerving, so I put him away. To my knowledge, he's remained secure in my block ever since. Is he relevant in some way?
Guys, why do you have Dave's puppet? What's going on here?
Yes, Aradi, it seems you have some foreknowledge of this narrative. Maybe you can tell us why any of this is important. This is the only piece of the story. The other pieces will fall into place with successive memories, and it will all become clear. But yes, alright. I will eliminate some suspense and try to serve as a better guide on this tour through the catacombs around a collective subconscious. The separate tunnels we once traveled in the dark as individuals, we now retrace together with the torch. On the walls, we illuminate the runes which describe a convoluted origin story, an origin we participated in. We were spurred into these actions by that which was being originated and incited to act acts of revenge as we returned against each other. I don't remember this. I mean, I remember getting jumped off the cliff by my legs, but not the thing I'm doing now. No, our manipulator disguised his tracks well. Do I have to lie on the floor like this? Is that important? No, Tevros, you can get up. Also, can we, or at least I, not be in this memory? Because it's one that's not as great as most. We will leave it soon. But you were doing something very important here. What was I doing? Writing a part of the code. Tick. T1CK. Wait, did I fucking drift off? When did Tavros get here? He literally just showed up out of nowhere unannounced, don't worry. But Tavros is dead. So that's why he's here. By the way, dead characters are signified by their lack of pupils. So if their eyes are completely white, they are dead. An incomplete fragment consisting of 4 symbols, comprising the first word of a binary refrain. A pair of sounds emerging from the belly of a fabled tyrant's menace. But you authored only one sound of the pair. This is like what happened with Rose, by the way. I would write the other. Tick tock. I miss Rose. Yeah, I miss Rose too. In the soot of my ruined hive, I scrawled my part of the code, completing the phrase of legend, the persisting sounds set to accompany the ultimate demise of the tyrant, less an arm and an eye. But even these 8 characters, the scrawlings of charge, were still but half the code. Break. B-R-B, A-R-A-K, which is break. It's just Vriska, you know. There was another half by Scourge in 2 parts. One part, 3 symbols. TikTok break heads. And the other 5. Why the scale was tipped in this way between sisters, I cannot say. Each fragment would be transcribed in our rulebooks, sealing the collaboration between Rustbloods and Bluebloods, completing the code for our session's architect. Not exactly. There was another fragment. Oh, yes, an additional 8 symbols, from a wild card source, I suppose. Honk. Honk. Stream title drop. Stream title drop. Stream title drop. Honk. Honk. It came from a timeline not meant to happen. I feel like I'm missing context with the honks, but from what Coco said, I don't know if I want context. Homestuck became a horror movie. Carcat is terrified. Carcat is scared. Gamzee snapped. He is no longer high as a kite, he is sober. And he realizes now, the blood coursing through his veins, that of the highest case of purple bloods, that he must fulfill his destiny and become a tyrant. He's now going around killing people indiscriminately. Anyone lower than him. And everyone is lower than him. He is terrorizing everyone. Fun genocide. It's actually, I feel like it's not genocide. I think it's psychopathy. Like, it's deranged. Like, the only thing that makes you safe from a purple blood is if you're in the cult. If you're not in the cult, even if you're a purple blood, you'll get killed by other purple bloods. So it's more about psychopathic religious cults than genocide. You know what I mean? Genocide is more like Eridan's thing. You know? Got it, yeah. To quote Gamzee, the mirthful messiah was always me. And also motherfucking me. Yeah, he went full crazy. But yeah, honk honk. It came from a timeline not meant to happen. The one I came from, to ensure it wouldn't, thus sealing my fate. This doesn't look so good, does it? That's a lot of blood. Actually, it might be grub sauce. What am I talking about? So Carcat's here. I believed the fragment was gibberish from a lunatic after completing his rampage through our session. Since it was not part of the scripted chronology, I was oblivious until it was too late to stop it. Not that it would matter if I did. The timeline had already gone astray. I pieced together what had happened by sleuthing the various scenes. And discovered the text which the code was recorded in. I decided to return to the Alpha timeline with the text. As evidence for his madness, I guess. In the Alpha timeline, this text was destroyed in an explosion caused by a computer virus. This explosion did not take place on my timeline. I identified this event as the difference, prompting the offshoot, and returned to our planet via the reckoning, just as I did at the end of my life, though that time deliberately, to influence events quietly to make sure it had happened, and later joined the rest of our doomed selves to help defeat the king. The others surely had similar responsibilities along the way. As for the book, I've lost track of it shortly after I arrived. Yeah, we all lost track of our books. They were gathered surreptitiously by agents assigned to the task. If you'll notice, this is the Guardian creator. This is how Beck was created. If you remember. They're taking Cal. And they're taking the magic cue ball. And combining it. Hi, Carcat. Carcat's dead. He can't come to the phone right now. And they're combining it. Do you remember the white text guy? Liv? The white text guy, computer guy. Well, I mean, all of them are computer guys. What do you mean? The white text guy messages the trolls. And I have to highlight his text in order to read it. He's the first guardian. He is like the... Was he wearing brown wraps? No. No, he has white text. You're talking about the mayor. The mayor has black text. Doc Scratch, the white text guy, he wears a green suit. And he is like super fucking insanely powerful. And manipulates the trolls a lot. He's being created from Lil Cal and a white cue ball. He is a first guardian. A first guardian is omnipotent as fuck. Think of like Jade's Superdog. That's a first guardian. All that teleporting and shit. Oh god. Yeah. Makes you think about Lil Cal a little bit, doesn't it? This fucking weird puppet. How it kind of moves on its own and freaks everyone out. I wonder how the fuck you can take a puppet and a magic cue ball and suddenly have a first guardian. That's rather interesting, don't you think? And in the veil their codes were merged with the ghost imprints of other mysterious artifacts. Our first guardian was brought to life on the seed to pass through Skya's final gate of defense, the first to find Alternier. B. Scratch. You once again fail. You once again try to be Doc Scratch and fail spectacularly. You can't beat him no matter how hard you try. It's impossible. In fact, I think it would be for the best if I commandeered the narrative completely for a while. I trust you won't mind if I speak in white. It's not actually negotiable, but as a courtesy, I will enclose my words between a pair of visually audible brackets. I'm doing this because I can. Oh. I'm also doing it because I'm expecting a guest to arrive shortly. This should enable me to show the man the sort of hospitality he deserves, while doing the same for you. My apartment doesn't have a doorbell. Why would an omniscient fellow need to be alerted to the presence of a visitor? I know he will be right on time, which is to say, early. And if I did have a doorbell, you would have just witnessed it ring. He is already here. He is already here. My door is not fitted with a peephole either. Those without eyes or without limits to their knowledge have no need for peeping, and I am without either. I've never once peeped at or through something, and I doubt I ever will. Apertures built into physical surfaces to reveal what's hidden beneath them are for those with particular handicaps. They are those for those lacking advanced vision, to render the opaque permeable to light, or those lacking advanced knowledge, to render the concealed information irrelevant, or both. They are for people who I call suckers. I know the identity of anyone who stands behind this door, even in those cases where I have not extended an invitation to the visitor personally. Pardon me while I let Jack inside. So he's basically a god. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like a crazy powerful god. His job in, like, reality, his job is to protect the planet. To ensure the planet survives and just goes on. It's the first guardian. It's why Jade's dog was so old, so powerful, could teleport and shit like that. It was to ensure that the planet was safe. It's why he did such a good job raising Jade. Holy shit, yeah. Yeah. Did you not believe it would be Jack? Who else would it be? Someone who would have suspected anyone else is a person I would also describe as a sucker. Haha, hee hee, hoo hoo. Hello, Slick. Won't you please end clock? Oh, for heaven's sake. Jack, stop it. Jack, Slick. Which would you prefer I call you? It's one of the strange points of uncertainty which surrounds you. Maybe it is that you don't particularly care. Your flair is for the plain and serviceable, isn't it? Not much of your vanity is tied up in a name, I'd guess. Not going to tell me? Fine. I won't tell you my name either. Well, I might, if you would just show some manners and stop hitting me with that ridiculous horse hitcher. I won't crack, no matter how senseless the drubbing. If only it were that simple. You're not going to stop, are you? It will be very difficult to discuss our points of mutual interest like this. I was prepared to go about it in a civilized way. even though I knew very well I would spend the first several minutes of our meeting sitting on the floor while being flogged. I have even prepared a bowl of candy for you, which I know you will enjoy. Courtesy is important, Jack. Do you have anything at all to say? Any form of communication you care to attempt beyond the sound iron makes against my head repeatedly? No, of course not. What's that? I see. You think you already know my name. You do not know my real name, Jack, just as none of your adversaries on this planet know yours. You only know my nickname. It's a good nickname, too, befitting of the passive gunslinger charged with initiating the break. I am my master's weapon, his soldier in a war of one bullet fired. But when that bullet clears the barrel, it won't be my finger on the trigger. I'm a facilitator, not an assassin. Here, Jack, why don't you help yourself to some candy over there on the table? There is something I need to take care of before we continue. I won't be long. His little licorice Scotty dogs, aww. Wait, he's working with someone? This was established upon his introduction that he is working for someone very, 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 very powerful. He is trying to summon them. That's his job. To facilitate the arrival of someone incredibly powerful. More powerful than he is. Yes, good. Placate or placate? I think it's placate. Placate yourself with the Scotty dogs. Slick. My supply is bottomless. I'm an excellent host. When I'm finished with this minor interruption, we'll resume our gentlemanly negotiation. I'll proceed to beat you severely until you agree to do what I ask. I trust you won't take it personally. Now please, excuse me. I have to talk to a teenage girl from another universe. You know that symbol. You know that symbol. You said you missed her, right? Be teenage girl from another universe. You cannot be a teenage girl from another universe because you're too busy being a teenage girl from this universe. You're busy being Rose Lalonde. Completely preoccupied with it, in fact. So preoccupied, you've been neglecting messages from some of your friends who are trying to contact you. But you have a lot of important stuff to do. You'll get back to them later. Rose, yeah. We love Rose. We do. We love Rose. Rose, pester informant. It's quite warm here on Lohak. I think I've been patient enough. When will I receive further instruction? No. So, I could have contacted you at any time? No, only now. I came away with the impression from our last conversation that our next would take place on your invitation. I was being polite by waiting. Your inevitable impatience caused you to contact me again. Inevitability is my invitation. That's pretty smug. I'm right to be smug. I am omniscient, extremely powerful, and very charming. Well, 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Can you use your limitless intelligence to figure out which ones I mean? That was clever. If I plead ignorance to the fact that you're denying my charisma, it invalidates my claim of omniscience. But if I must adhere to my all-knowing statement, it forces me to validate the unfortunate reality that you're feigning the opinion that my demeanor is unpalatable. Not that it matters, because I have all 3 qualities and you know it. This is stupid. Can we get to the point? Yes, I was about to say, we should hurry this along. My visitor's beginning to set things on fire. You have a visitor? Oh, Some guy. I was joking anyway. I'm not in a hurry at all. You tell jokes? Yes. Ha ha. So your visitor isn't setting anything on fire then? Oh, he most definitely is. Hee hee. I'm really not getting this joke. I was joking about being in a hurry. From my perspective, this conversation is taking place in less than 1 second. I type very quickly. Hoo hoo. I thought you didn't lie. Aren't jokes essentially humorous lies? At least those like the ones you just attempted. Jokes are only temporary lies. If the falsehood is never exposed, there is no punchline. If the punchline is never delivered, the lie is sealed forever. Regardless of my initial humorous intent, lies are not funny. I think if you're gonna risk tarnishing your record of honesty, you should probably get better material. My joke was objectively funny. Who would know better than I? Okay, so you're saying an inaccurate statement doesn't count as a lie, as long as you say just kidding later. Basically. What if it's much later? Is it still just a joke? No, that would be something closer to a prank. I don't play pranks very often. Are you allowed to lie about playing pranks? If I asked you if you were playing a prank on me, would you tell the truth? I am allowed to do whatever I want. I choose never to lie. I also choose to tell jokes now and then, and to play pranks quite sparingly. But I can say that I've never played a prank on you. No statement I've made to you thus far, or will make in this conversation, will contain any trace of falsehood. For the sake of setting up a joke or prank, with the exception of the joke I just made, and another one I will make very soon. I'm starting to change my mind. Mental gymnastics at its finest. Yeah, he's a manipulator is what he does. Oh? Yeah, I think your joke was funny in retrospect. Actually, your whole shtick is pretty good. I'm warming up to it. Yes, I knew it. Just to be clear, was the assurance you just made a prank or a joke? It was neither. It was the truth. Was that? Yes. The truth? Yes. Okay, were you serious about wanting to die? Yes. Why? I'll tell you later. Because you asked. But why not now? Because that piece of information would not fit elegantly into the sequence of our exchange at this moment. But then, you know how this entire conversation will go. Yes. 1 sec, I need a drink. Is that true of all conversations you have? Yes, until briefly, I don't. But the dark spots never last long. The truth disguises itself to me sometimes, which can be mildly frustrating, but it usually reveals itself quickly, much as if a punchline was delivered. It's a humorous dialogue I have with reality, and it's very amusing. Then why do you bother with the conversations? Obligation to predestination as usual? There is no obligation. It's a pleasure. It is. I've always had a soft spot for young ladies. Huh, that's a little creepy. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. It kind of is. I have looked into the future and determined how we would continue in this manner pointlessly for some time. So I'm putting an end to it here. That doesn't make sense. Was that the other joke? Yes. Good one. Thank you. Ew, no, don't like him. Good, you're not supposed to. He's a manipulator. How young are the ladies you typically take a shining to? And does this mean you're attracted to me? Suddenly this conversation is kind of terrible. Of course I'm not. Not in the way you mean. And anyway, You're applying standards of conduct frowned upon for your kind, which make no sense to apply to me. I'm an immortal entity with a large cue ball for a head, and no biological means of reproduction. Really? Also, if you were millions of years old, you would find nearly every lady you encounter is quite young, relatively speaking. There should be no reason for you to feel uncomfortable with this interaction. Try to think of me as one of your kindly human uncle figures. In fact, if I were in your presence right now, I would offer you candy to prove it. Oh my god. What? Can we talk about the scratch instead of this? Yes. You are situated near the game construct supplied by your session for causing the scratch. Yes. Are you actually asking? No, that was a fact. And then a question mark. Ah. Well, yes, I am. It's a large plateau shaped like a record. It's called the Beat Mesa. I know. Is this game construct different in other sessions? Yes, it will always be an edifice of similarly cryptic design, located on a planet that is home to the hero of time. Its environment dictates the nature of its construction. Its power is dangerous, and is meant to be utilized only in emergencies such as yours. You mean in sessions where victory is no longer possible? Yes. Due to creating an unstoppable adversary who triggers the reckoning prematurely. Is that sort of emergency common? No. Failure is common, but the composition of yours is quite atypical. Okay, then it's like a panic button for the players to push once they realize the cause is lost. Yes, but causing the scratch is not an easy task either. The construct must be destroyed in a very specific way to release its energy. The keeper of my ectobiological father began the process. It must be finished. Who? The guardian of the night of time. Cal. Cal is Doc Scratch's ectobiological father. Cal is a dad. Lil Cal, the fucking creepy puppet, is a dad. Yep, welcome to Homestuck. Anyway. Dave's bro? Yes. How do I finish it? You don't. Not you personally. Another will. You have something more important to attend to, remember? Oh, right, the green sun. Yes. I'd planned to take care of that later once John had retrieved the tumor. Whatever. Your plan will have to change. You aren't ready to cause the scratch yet. Like I said, it's difficult. What will the one who does it have to do? I should let them know. He will have to scratch the surface of the plateau across its full diameter. I see. This terminology can be very literal sometimes. It will require a certain needle to create a breach in the surface that will be adequate. I have needles. Your needles won't suffice. Then where do I get ones that will? Again, you won't. This task is out of your hands. The needles must be acquired from the denizen of the Witch of Space. Her quills are very large and potent. They will be able to cause the scratch. This really seems more elaborate than you led me to believe. I didn't lead you to believe anything. I told you to find the construct and wait advisement on the scratch. The plans you were making were based on your assumptions and fabrications of your imagination. You were writing more stories, much like those about your false magical man. I wish what I'd written in my private journals could be confined to your dark spots. I don't. I find your stories entertaining. You're being creepy again. No, I'm not. Besides, the White King agrees with me. What? For Sia, your vision of events surrounding you is rather limited. It's charming. Please, just stop complimenting me. No. Fine, then please at least try to sound sarcastic when you do it. Oh, sure, I'm really going to do that. Yes, very likely. Then the scratch will be implemented later by either John or Dave, I presume. You used a male pronoun. Yes. This guy scares me. He's fucking... He's an omnipotent, omniscient entity that is only concerned with his purpose, which is facilitating the arrival of his boss. He is manipulating as many people as he possibly can to make that happen. So yeah, you should be scared. I'm going to bring the microphone a bit closer to me, just because I want to be able to sit back, because my back hurts today. So, there we go. It means I can actually sit back comfortably. There we go. I guess it makes sense that it would happen later. My understanding is that Jack will not be banished from the session until near the end of the reckoning. Yes, Jack will exit your session later, but this has nothing to do with the scratch. Not directly, as you imply. I don't understand. I thought that was the point of the scratch, to open a rift in space-time, as it were, and banish him into the troll's session. No, that's not the purpose of the scratch. The scratch does not open a rift in space-time. Huh. Then why have you directed me to cause it? Does it have something to do with enabling you to die? No, not directly. The scratch has nothing more to do with my death than any other single event, ultimately contributing to my demise. I think it's disingenuous for you to behave as if I've not been misled. You say you don't lie, but what about lies of omission? Lies of omission do not exist. The concept is a very human one. It is the product of your story writing again. You've written a story about the truth, making emotional demands of it, and in particular of those in possession of it. Your demands are based on a feeling of entitlement to the facts, which is very childish. You can never know of the facts, only I can. And since it's impossible for me to reveal all the facts to you, it's my discretion alone that decides which facts will be revealed in the finite time we have. If I do not volunteer information you deem critical to your fate, it possibly means that I am a scoundrel, but it does not mean that I am a liar, and it certainly means you did not ask the right questions. One can make either true statements or false statements about reality. All of the statements I make are true, unless you're joking. Yes. Haha, hee hee, hoo hoo. Exactly. Then I guess I'll start asking better questions. Good. I will make a seer of you yet. Will you? Yes. You can start by shoring up the reliability of your sources. You proceeded to question me, believing you understood the purpose of the scratch. You received your information about it from trolls. I assure you that in most ways the trolls are as confused about everything as you are. Okay, noted. What exactly does the scratch do then? Not the gaslight? What do you mean? What do you mean? He's not human. That wasn't gaslighting. He explained how lies of omission are indeed a human concept, which is true. Is he not gaslighting? No. He's not human, Liv. He's not human. He's a first guardian from a different universe. He doesn't believe in lies of omission. If you want to know something, you're going to have to ask the right question to get that answer. He doesn't have to tell us shit. That's not gaslighting. Accusing him of lies of omission exposes yourself as being entitled. Suppose that's true, yeah. Still don't like him. You shouldn't. He's not there to be liked. It's obvious from the start that he is playing, like, all of these characters. He manipulated Kanaya. He manipulated Vriska. He manipulated Terezi. You know, he is manipulating so many people. Because he only cares about his purpose. Which is, you know, helping his boss. That's it. That's his job. What exactly does the scratch do then? It resets the game. Oh, that's it? Yes. Then we'll all start from the beginning again, when John entered. No, the release of temporal energy is quite massive. This is a hard reset. It will reboot the conditions in your universe well before you begin playing the game. You will have lived different lives after the reset. The different initial conditions will ideally lead to a more favourable scenario in the new session. Unfortunately, you'll have no memory of anything that has happened in the session you're in now. What will happen to us, everyone in the session now? You will all cease to exist completely if you remain here during the scratch. This seems familiar. It reminds me of when Dave and I were trapped in the Doom timeline, and he left to change the past. The timeline ceased to exist along with my dream self, who in a way became merged with my dream self of this timeline. I kept some of her memories. Is this situation similar? Similar but more severe, since this timeline will undergo such a violent upheaval, such a merger of memory cannot happen. You will be resigned to absolute oblivion, unless you can discover a way to persevere yourselves. But it's not really my place to advise you on that. After you've dealt with the scratch and the sun, what happens to you is not any of my business. Then can you at least tell me if we'll be successful in preserving ourselves after the reset? I don't particularly enjoy spoiling things for people when unnecessary. I find speaking in a discreet colour helps avoid this. So if the scratch isn't specifically meant to banish Jack from the session, and our quest to destroy the sun is meant to kill him, why is the reset necessary at all? Especially if it means oblivion for us, because you cannot achieve the ultimate reward in this session. Your battlefield is cancerous, and the reckoning will destroy it prematurely, regardless. By resetting, you'll create a new session, which can bear the fruit of a new universe, even if you will not be the ones to claim the reward. Don't you want to fulfill your purpose? I guess. But it's a little disheartening to learn I'm now faced with not one, but 2 suicide missions at once. One to destroy Jack's power source and defend all of existence, and another to ensure our cosmic progeny at the price of oblivion. That frames the dual objectives accurately, but if you're inventive, you may find a way to survive the reset and participate in the renewed session. It's up to you, just as it's up to you to face the decision to claim immortality before you enter your creation. Immortality Yes. You mean ascending to the god tier? Yes. I have reason to believe that I won't. The trolls have not indicated I will die on my quest bed, or that any of us will aside from John. Instead, I've been given a more troubling and ambiguous forecast. What have I said about confirming the reliability of your sources? Are you saying I will? No. Oh, well, will I? Seems you'd like me to do some more fortune telling. Fine, maybe this question will suit you better. Is it probable? That's a strange question to ask someone who's omniscient and therefore knows outcomes with 100% certainty. I like it. Then what's your answer? You have exactly a 50% chance of ascending to the god tier. That's a strange answer. I know. Why such a precise probability? Because much like the decisions you must face to complete your dual suicide missions, you have two ways of achieving godhood to choose from. Two ways? By dying on the quest bed on my planet in some other way? Yes. Is there another quest bed somewhere? Good guess, Sia. Where? What difference does it make? You already know where the first one is. You have the choice to go there right now and take your own life. That's true. Of course it is. You mentioned immortality. Godhood makes one immortal? Yes. A god tier will live forever, with no caveats. No. No one will live forever, unless killed. The death must be either heroic or just. This is really important, by the way. It means that it's a conditional immortality. God tiers are conditional immortality, which means if John, who is God tiered right now, if John were to do something heroic and then get killed doing a heroic act, he would die permanently. Likewise, if John becomes really fucking evil all of a sudden, and killing him would be a benefit to the universe in some way, that would be a just death, which means it would be permanent. So to be clear, you can die as a god tier if it's just or if it's heroic. That is an important thing to put in your notes, because it is something that comes up a lot. How are those terms defined? Broadly, mysteriously, and according to the case of the individual. One may be killed by opposing a corrupt adversary and die for a just cause, as through martyrdom, for instance. This would be heroic. Or one may be subject to corruption and slain by a hero. This would be just. Which sort of death will you have when I destroy the sun? Neither. I am not a god. I am a guardian, a servant, and a weapon. I have power and knowledge far surpassing a god, but I am not one. Is this when you're gonna tell me why you want to die? Yes. I sense it's not because you're getting bored with immortality. That's good, your vision's becoming clearer. Then why? My master can't enter this universe until I'm killed. Such is the nature of the break. That almost sounds like martyrdom. Are you sure it won't be a hero's death? Quite sure. My master is a very evil man. Who is he? I won't tell you his name, but he goes by the title Lord English. Do you remember the intermission? Act 3 intermission, the Midnight Crew, going against the Felt, who work under their boss, Lord English. In order to bring Lord English into the universe, Doc Scratch has to die. It's a ritual to summon a demon. Yep. That's exactly why you should not like Doc Scratch. He is a harbinger. He is literally a harbinger, a vessel of death and doom. This doesn't sound like an especially admirable objective. Releasing an evil man who is presumably more powerful than you, an already omnipotent being. Am I right? You're right about both. It's not admirable, and he is considerably more powerful. But you must decide which objective is more important. You may decide to attempt to destroy the sun and end my life. This will neutralize Jack, who is also much more powerful and dangerous than myself, by virtue of the ring he wears, in addition to drawing energy from the same sun as I. He poses a significant threat to reality. But in the process of killing him, and you, I release your master, who is just as deadly. Oh wait, fucking reading that as Doc Scratch. But in the process of killing him and you, I release your master, who is just as deadly. He's more deadly, but the danger he poses is sanctioned by paradox space. It is a known quantity. His very existence in a universe will mean it will inevitably be torn apart. There are rules to his entry, and his grim procession through paradox space is rather orderly. The present equilibrium has accounted for him, and will continue to. Jack, however, is a loose cannon. He will not stop until he destroys everything he encounters. Additionally, his existence is your responsibility. Then I guess I don't have a choice. You do. But also know this. Refusing to venture out to destroy the sun in no way spares anyone from my master regardless. It is certainly true that destroying it will end my life, and it's certainly true that the tumor you deliver to its location has enough power to destroy it completely, but it's not the only way to kill me. It is simply a way I have suggested to you, which doubles as a way to disarm Jack, should you choose to go through with it. Instances of myself have spawned in countless universes, and my objective is always the same. I've never once failed to complete this objective, and I never will. There is nothing noble about taking a course of action you believe would prevent his arrival, because that's impossible. He will come. In fact, he is already here. He is already here. Are you scared? You should be. You'll remember when they first dropped the little nugget of information about him, mentioning he was a time-traveling demon? That means it doesn't matter what time he arrives, because he's already here. Very scared? Yeah, you should be. Are you saying that I will succeed in a mission to destroy the sun? Are you asking for another palm reading? You seem rather keen on acquiring a fortune from me, considering you're the one with the crystal ball. I'm just trying to ask as many questions as I can. It's the only way to find the dark spots in your obstinacy. I've been very helpful, and I will continue to be. I myself do not care to be an oracle, but I can graciously supply you with one. Can you? An eager consort has brought you one of my seeds. It appears you have amassed followers who wish to please you. How fortuitous. Your seeds, the white orb. Oh, the cue ball. How did I not notice this? It will accurately answer any question a curious girl can pose, provided she can see through the surface to read its reply. Is that possible? Is it, seer? Given your title and all the tools of prognostication at your disposal, it seems to me I should be the one asking you the questions. How can I see through it? Seems you weren't listening, so I will state this again in the form of a question. Don't you think I should be asking the questions from now on? Yes, if you wanted to be disingenuous and irritating. Don't you think a clever person should be able to acquire information from someone who only asks questions? Then it's a challenge. I pass. Do you have a choice? What if I'm feeling a bit stubborn? Okay, so what you mean is I should continue humoring your leading questions until you happen to ask a certain rhetorical question that contains the information I need. Was that a question? That was a fact, and then a period. How does a seer see? With a crystal ball. I already considered that. I don't think I can get the focus of the ball to zoom in tight enough on the cue ball's enclosure to read the secrets. How else does she see? By other magical means, I guess. Should I use magic? Do you believe in magic? Magic is real. I've been using it. Are you sure? Use whatever word you want to describe it. I have magic wands. They're very powerful, and they allow me to be magic. Your questions are silly. What makes you convinced the wands are responsible for your abilities? Because I did not have the abilities before I made them. Could this be circumstantial? Could it? Is there an echo? Is there an echo? Hee hee. I don't know what you're getting at. How about another leading question? What did you combine to make those wands? Some stuff. Knitting needles. An inexpensive figurine of some fictional fellow with long whiskers. A simple textbook on the zoologically dubious. Why would this mundane combination of objects grant a child such an alarming mastery over dark forces all at once? I'm guessing this is one of the rhetorical questions meant to be informative. So then my answer would affirm how ridiculous that sounds, shouldn't it? Maybe. That wasn't even a question. Yes, it was. Okay, magic is fake, the wands are useless toys, and there's something else going on. Next question. Would it be so difficult to believe the power you found to devastate your planet and create shortcuts through your session is not entirely by your own device? Would it be so difficult to believe a young lady could unwittingly be apprenticed by more powerful entities who meant her potential to be realized later through some arbitrary trigger? What would you say if I said a dutiful girl raised in the daylight was protected by a bulb-headed guardian and learned to glow in the dark after death? What would you say if I said a vengeful boy on a path of nihilism was taken under the wings of fearsome angels and learned to destroy hope with their light? What would you say if I said a reserved girl, enamored by what dwelt in shadow, was selected by the horror terrors for service and did their bidding at every step while convinced of her own autonomy? What would I say to those short fables? Not much, except I gather the third is a story about me, and that there is a lesson you'd like me to take from it. Thank you for the look. Enjoy stealth mode. That I should renounce my allegiance before my grim dark corruption is absolute. And while I'm at it, I should discard these useless wands, because apparently the power was in my little black heart all along. Is that right? Won't you have to give up your specibus to the one who causes the scratch regardless? How else will the young man wield that great big needle? I don't know, if you say so. Haven't your friends already shown concern for your recklessness, and your increasing sense of detachment from the party, the team objectives, and not to mention those of your personal quest? Does this worry you? Is there part of you left that's able to worry? Yes. It's been mysteriously localized to my middle finger. Could the dark magics be at work again? Do you deny that you've been neglecting incoming messages from your teammates? Would that be in keeping with the spirit of the human emotion of friendship, for one whose soul was not so befouled by the designs of unknowable monstrosities? Friendship isn't an emotion, numbnuts. Isn't it, Rose? Isn't it? I've been busy. I'll get back to them. And can we please stop doing the patronizing question thing again? In exchange, I promise I'll discontinue my patronizing responses. Can the omniscient be patronized? The omniscient can do whatever they please. I guess I'm just asking you nicely to do me this favor. Oh, we just found out that Doc Scratch is working for Lord English, and he wants to die in order to bring Lord English into the universe, and trying to stop it is pointless because, well, Lord English is already here. Yeah, that's right. You know how like everything was hitting the fan? Well, yeah, Lord English is here. So yeah, fuck. All right. I guess I'm just asking you nicely to do me this favor. Very well, I will stop smothering you with surprise noodles. Huh? But only because I find you to be adorable. So creepy. So cute. Yuck. I'm going to ask the same question I asked earlier. Please do not regard it as a violation of my pledge. It is just an ordinary question, like those that crop up in ordinary conversation. Okay. How does a seer see? I don't know. Be literal. With her eyes. Take the orb. Ask it a question. I don't know what to ask anymore. I'm confused. What would you ask me? I would ask what I should do next. Then ask, what should I do next? Not me. The ball, dunkass. Rose, ask. Answered Jade. Sorry for the delayed response. Answering seems to be what to do right now.
Rose, geez, finally. You sure seem to be involved in whatever you're doing on that computer. Were you talking to someone?
Oh, right. I forgot. I gave you the code for the crystal ball. And here I was, thinking I could safely delay responding to messages without seeming like an ass, the way it usually works. Oops.
Oh, no, no. I don't blame you for not responding. You must be very upset. Are you okay?
Why would I be upset?
Uh, because, uh, I figured you would have found out by now, but I guess you still don't know.
Know what?
About John's dad and your mom. Rose? Hello? Oh no. Rose, please say something. You're making me nervous.
I should have gone looking for her. Why didn't I?
Uh, because you were busy trying to make the best of the situation. John was too.
John was too, but he went to look for his father. It would have been normal of me. I can't remember what I was trying to prove anymore.
I don't think you should be so hard on yourself about it. John was being John and you were being you, which I guess meant taking our problems very seriously and putting all of your intention on solving them. And anyway, you and your mom had a much trickier relationship than John and his dad, didn't you? I mean, not that I'm saying that means you were any less attached to her than him. Ah, I don't know if I'm very good at consoling people. Sorry, Rose. I don't want to make you feel worse.
You're doing fine for someone raised by a dog. Or really anyone. Thanks.
Oh, okay. You know, now that we've all lost guardians, Dave lost his, I lost mine in a weird way. Even though that was pretty much definitely my fault. And even the trolls have all lost their monster guardians. I think that maybe it's an inevitable part of a game that can be cruel sometimes. For some reason.
Blah, blah, blah. We're back on Rose. For some reason, despite all the danger, I never thought she was in any trouble. I never believed she would actually die. I grew up with the feeling that something more significant had always been meant for her, that she was a heroine displaced in some way, resigned to the inglorious duty of raising me and preparing me in her way, and didn't actually need the ectobiological verification that she was like a mother and a sister at the same time. I always understood that somehow, and I felt like she had knowledge and ability beyond what she let on. It was always intimidating, but nonetheless a source of respect, which was childishly begrudging on my part. I think she was just waiting for me to catch up with her, but now I can't. Everyone's parents are dead. This really is an anime. I told you it's the greatest isekai of all time. Yeah.
I'm so sad. Rose, I think you're being stronger about it than I am.
Probably because my emotions have now ceded to anger. This shouldn't have happened.
Oh, well, I just hope you aren't thinking of doing something rash.
I already was. I was gonna go to sleep, fly to a sun bigger than our universe, drop a bomb in it, and kill myself.
Yeah.
So if my course of action is to change on account of my mood, it can only become less impetuous, don't you think?
I don't know.
You never liked my plan very much anyway.
Well, no. But I was trusting you had thought it through, and it was our best hope.
I'm not sure if I did. Maybe it was a terrible plan. I made it without a full understanding of the nature of the scratch.
Then what will you do?
I could stop being so cowardly for once. I could short circuit this endlessly expansing game of chess we're playing, just like Jack decided to.
What does that mean?
Maybe I will go kill Jack myself right now.
Oh, no, 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 no. Rose, that is a much, much worse plan. He would probably kill you.
Probably. But the scratch will wipe us out anyway. and reboot the conditions of our session. I suddenly don't feel much like sneaking through the back door of the furthest ring for my retribution by distant supernova.
I know what you mean. I was angry at Jack and wanted to stop him too, but we have to think of a more sensible way to do it.
Whether my existing plan was sensible or not, I may have been allowing myself to be manipulated by an omniscient being regardless.
What? Who?
Hello, ladies.
Ah, what?
This is a private conversation, private even to those who know it word for word already. Proceed. I'll be here, watching.
Rose, who is this?
Ignore him.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
You were discussing Miss Lalonde's intrepid new variation on suicide. As one with a passion for the subject, I'm intrigued. Shh. Anyway, if it's true the gods have selected me for service, then maybe the power they've given me will be sufficient. Maybe they wanted me to kill him all along. Hee.
Shh. Please don't, Rose. I know you're angry, but you aren't thinking straight.
But I am. I'm fully aware I'll probably die and fail. Scratch happens, we start fresh, no recollection, no problem.
No.
Jade, as an ambassador of Skya, maybe you'd be willing to talk some sense into your friend. You should understand she's been corrupted by various entities with some rather questionable motives.
Rose, maybe White Text Guy is right. The dark gods gave you all these powers and seems to be helping us with dream bubbles and stuff. But what if they're not actually good?
They're enormous, ugly, and live in darkness. That doesn't exactly make them bad.
No, but I still don't trust them.
If only there were a way to make this determination with certainty. Through a reliable source within reach. For instance, at this exact moment, perhaps one that is spherical and devastatingly handsome.
What's this weirdo talking about?
The cue ball. The cue ball. My god, I forgot how to do a voice for a split second. Green suit guy jumps to get. Yeah, white text guy. Doc Scratch is his name. He's called Doc Scratch because he doctors in the scratch. That's his point. That's who he is. He is trying to make the scratch happen. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I noticed you found it. I was worried it had been destroyed when my room blew up. Is he saying you can use it?
Yes, and he's right.
Oh my god, does it work?
It advised me to talk to you just now, so I guess so.
Then maybe you should try it.
Yes, Rose. Listen to Jade. She's far less manipulative than I. See, he's even honest about the fact that he's manipulative, so you can't really say that he's a gaslighter or a liar. He is manipulative, though. You can't say he's a liar, because he's not. His name is Green Suit Guy, and we're going to call him Green Suit Guy until he Green Suit dies. Okay. I'm gonna resist the urge to screenshot that and put it on the board. No, you know what? I can't resist the urge. I can't resist the urge. I have to do it. It's going on the board. You're on the board. Actually, I'm going to pop you over here. And I'm just going to move it down. There we go. You just had to provoke him? Oh, I was already doing it before I even saw that message, don't worry. It's just the delay. Alright. What are you suggesting I ask it?
Well, since we don't know much about the gods, why don't you ask it about them?
So you're saying I should ask it if the gods are evil?
I guess that's a way to put it.
Even though at this point, neither of you has highlighted my text to read it, this idea gets my vote. Go ahead. Ask, Sia. Sia, ask. Did you see what just happened? Oh boy. And there it is. The screen went dark. I was busy taking screenshots I didn't see. Well, sucks to be you. I'm joking. We'll watch it again. She's asking if the outer gods are evil. She's going to use the cue ball. What do you think? Did you see? Did you notice anything? Holy shit, did you? What did we learn? Besides, obviously, you probably shouldn't ask a magic cue ball if outer gods are evil. Because it might backfire. What did you notice? And there we go. Kanaya can no longer see her. Hang on, did they just turn off the fucking world? What the fuck just happened? No, it's because Kanaya just cannot see Rose anymore. Rose has gone dark. Like, in the viewport, she can't see Rose anymore. Rose, go dark. You slip into the fabled Black Death trance of the Woe Gothics, quaking all the while in the blood-eldritch throes of the brood-fester tongues. You advise the members of your complacency not to be alarmed, as they chronicle the event in tomes bound, in the tanned, writhing flesh of a tortured hell scholar, with runes stroked in the black tears bled from the corruption-weary eyes of 50,000 imaginary occultists. But they fail to not be alarmed. Here she is. This is because it's now painfully obvious to anyone with a brain you've basically completely gone off the deep end in every way. You have officially gone grimdark. Rose, resist urge to seek revenge. You make a half-hearted attempt to resist the urge. Come on, we just got Rose back. Rose is now full grimdark. She is like super powered by the eldritch gods. She is gonna fuck some shit up. Alas, one is not easily shaken from the brood fester tongues. She is flying to Skya, which is a long distance, by the way. Like, normally the way they get to Skya is through the gates, or like teleportation, or through their dream selves. She is flying to Skya through paradox space. I'm so hyped, yeah. They are stubborn throws. Big man, request timeout. Alright, homies. Everybody, y'all hold up. The big man wants to take a time out. BM. Wreak some havoc. This is stupid. Oh, this is so stupid. It's a throwback to like Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. What the frick? Yeah. Also, they drew the mayor with a dumpy, and it upsets me. Gotta get ready to go to work, so gotta pop out. Oh, that's such a shame. Unlucky, bro. Coco, take notes for me. Isn't Coco in class? I know, I was getting so invested. Yeah. I'm back for like 90 minutes. Okay, so Coco can take over temporarily. Have fun being stuck at home. Oh, it's my pleasure. I'll be honest with you, this whole thing is bullshit. I want to know, tell me, and please be smug about it. As the indulgent self-inserts grow in frequency, you may find yourself increasingly afraid that my direct interference with canonical events approaches inevitability. But you should understand that I understand that I'm dealing with forces which, if handled recklessly, will nullify the basic ability of intelligent beings in all real and hypothetical planes of existence to give a shit. It would be stupid of me to give a shit. It would be stupid of me to mismanage these forces, and even stupider of you to worry about it. Because it would be... It would be stupid for you to think I was stupid. Hey guys, I'm stupid apparently. In fact, I feel a little dumber just thinking about it. As you should. When the time comes, I will interact directly with the events of this narrative, but this moment will be responsibly confined to a passive intervention. It will be compact, surgical, and essential. My involvement will have such precision. I've even managed to quantify it in units of physical measurement. I will be involved in only the narrow corridor of space through which light will pass in 3 nanoseconds. My window of influence, end to end, will be exactly 1 yard. Okay, anyway, let's get back to John. By the way, that page, while it looks like shitposting, is the biggest foreshadowing and exposition drop you will get for Act 6. Locate tumor. There it is. There's the tumor. John, look around. So he found it. He found their other quest beds. Oh, are they quest beds or not? So they've got 10 hours until this thing goes kaboom. John, take tumor. John, return to surface. Do you remember when things were too big to be capture logged? And now they're capture logging giant ass things. Thank you, Wallet Silodex. Am I right? The Wallet Silodex working overtime as usual. John, return to surface. Alright. Courtyard Droll. Approach locals. You and your rabbit friend approach a gentleman wrapped in a fine white cloth, and his courageous cohort, a young man riding a great gust of wind. You're so impressed, you forget what you're supposed to be doing. John, reunite with Liv Tyler. Sweet, precious, beautiful Liv Tyler. You thought you'd lost her forever, just like Bruce Willis did when he blew himself up with a nuclear bomb in the center of an asteroid the size of Texas. His heroism and fatherly pride were also the size of Texas. But your love for Liv is not fatherly. Oh no. This reunion is with no loving daughter, but a loving movie star fantasy crush, who happens to be in the form of a robot bunny, which has travelled through time, and has been given as a gift on 5 separate occasions, twice by you and thrice to you, and originally fished out of a sewer by Nicolas Cage on the silver screen. You forget the point you're supposed to be making. But you wonder where all of her sweet weapons went. She indicates in the language of a plush toy pantomime that she has no idea. They all blew away in the breeze. John retrieved tiny hammer. This tiny hammer is so ridiculous, it's too bad it's not the right size. You'd love to wallop some imps with such a fanciful weapon. You guess you could just go around giving them little bops on the head with it, like a silly gavel. No, that would be too absurd, even for a great prankster like you. You'll discard this rubbish immediately. Wait, what's this? Miss Tyler is handing you a note. John, read note. Ooh, okay. John, one more thing. This rabbit, I'm sure you've noticed, is armed to the stitches. It's got all 4 of the funny little weapons I mentioned that are deadly as the fucking dickens. But that doesn't mean they're meant exclusively with the paws of Mr. Terry Kaiser. That's the name I call him. Heck no. You see, I adapted Terry with some doodads that you may seem practical. An infinitesimal simulator, which I used to littlify them down in the first place, as well as a monstrositifier for when you would like to hugen them up and wield them yourself. He's surely got enough juice in him to make them enormous if you wish. But that's silly. What would you even do with, say, a magical needle the size of a skyscraper, for instance? Preposterous. I borrowed this technology from my grandmother, who had quite the way with manipulating space. Legend tells she was something of a witch with the stuff. Once she was a brave hero like you and I, John. And the stars themselves twinkled in her cauldron. I would like to tell you who my grandmother is. I really would, but I can't. I think I have trouble keeping secrets. Like, to be honest, just like you, and a lot secrecy, blah, blah, and a lot of secrecy after a while gets me feeling a bit jaded. Green means grow, red means shrink. See you soon, pal. J. We don't know who that character is yet, by the way. We haven't met him. All we know is that Jade is his grandmother. That's all we know. Grandmother? You wonder who that could be? It's probably just Jade, what with all the time shenanigans. John, huge and hammer. You got the warhammer of Zillyhoo. Behold glory of Zillyhoo. Let's fucking go. Zillyhoo time. Let's fucking go. So, that was a completely innocent, fun little thing about a hammer. Nothing scary folded into that at all. No, nothing to worry about. Anyway, moving on. You are so delighted by your rad new hammer and the cool hugening abilities of Liv Tyler or Terry Kaiser or whatever her name is. Who the hell is Terry Kaiser anyway? Probably a movie star from the future. Who cares, though? Your bunny will be Liv for life. Hearts, hearts, hearts. You wonder what other neat things you can get Liv to monstrositify with her sweet eye beams. Wait, what happened to her green eye? And why is she feverishly gesticulating towards a fellow in the ghost sheets? This is so ridiculous. You cannot turn your back on these people to admire a beautiful hammer for even one moment. You think that's enough fooling around? It's time to get down to business again. The serious business of being an important and heroic leader. Wear the hood, be the leader. Yes! You're not their leader, you're their friend. There's a big difference. You prepare to issue your party a highly authoritative series of friendly requests. First, you request that everyone settle down. The squat fellow mediates between the two bickering parties and patches up Liv's missing eye. She's nothing if not accustomed to decades of repair work, and quickly resumes her plucky demeanour. You then, in your most leaderly way, ask Liv to pilot that enormous battleship. She will now be known as Captain Tyler. She littleifies the ship down to something more manageable for a small bunny captain. Everyone is impressed. You give your wallet to your local chauffeur familiar. He looks puzzled. You inform the party you will not be going on this journey. You must remain behind and continue looking for your father. But you insist their mission is the most critical of all. You know they can handle it. You believe in them. You instruct Captain Tyler to set a course for the ship's home. They must fly to Durs and deliver the tumor to the moon. Everyone salutes their intrepid friend leader. This is what teamwork is all about. And this guy. You guess this guy can go along and help out. Hey, who even is this guy anyway? You guess it doesn't matter. He seems nice enough. John, bid farewell. Godspeed, heroes. You will have all the faith in the world that they will be successful. As a friend leader, or sometimes known as a pal honcho, you've done an amazing job. You've come up with a plan and politely ordered your loyal team to execute it. It's all falling into place perfectly. You're quite sure you've not failed to account for even a single thing?
John, I'm worried about Rose. Pretty sure she's on her way there to look for Jack. Can't say for sure anymore because I can't see her with my goggles anymore for some reason. But I'm fearing the worst. Just in case, you should try to intercept her before she does something stupid like try to fight him. Also, I guess you probably still don't know about your dad yet, do you? Darn, why do we always have to be the one to break terrible news? John? Oh, God, please don't tell me your computer was in the wallet you just gave to that guy. Damn it, John. One of these days you will learn the value of having plenty of backup computers. In fact, whenever you finally leave the battlefield, I'm going to give you the code for a nice pair of lunch muffs. And then I'm going to force you to keep them on your head at all times. Yeah, you're never going to read this, are you?
Huh? Oh, that is fucking terrifying. Wow. She is so scary. I'm gonna have the rest of my sushi. Because I'm hungry. And I think everyone should take a moment to appreciate how wonderfully terrifying it is to see that on the horizon. Something is happening on the other side of the planet. Something ominous. Something grimdark. You're so glad that grimdark is a real word, so that when things like this happen, they may be described as such. Maybe your dad is over there. You believe you'll investigate. John, approach grimdarkness. The sushi is good. I mean, it's made because it's supermarket sushi. But it's still good. Oh. John, you're heading into the blackout, so I won't be able to see you until you leave. But don't worry, I can still sense you're there because of awesome powers, remember. Smooth move ditching your computer like that, by the way. That was some incredible leadership you showed. Now I have to contact you through Rose, thus exposing me to the risk of actually having to talk to her. Your carelessness has put the heroes of light in a very awkward position. John, I hope you're satisfied. Just kidding. She's obviously a little too preoccupied at the moment to be sassing me. Just borrow her computer and talk to me when you get the chance, okay? I'll be waiting. Oh, here we go. It's time. See ya. Descend. Okay, I finished off my sushi. Alright. So we can explore as Grimdark Rose now, which is interesting. I do need to go to the bathroom, so we're going to take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Alright, let's switch back over. Okay. Are we ready to explore as Grimdark Rose? Okay. There is no sign of Jack up here. Must be somewhere in the castle. Okay, we are straight up just like gunning for Jack. We're not even exploring. That's crazy. Oh, we can't even like... Wow, we are not allowed to get distracted. We are straight up just like searching for him. Yeah, we can't investigate anything. Wow. It's kind of wild. It bears an inscription, "Our glorious speaker." His head was lopped clean off, with some sort of sharp sword-like object. Someone around here sure must hate frogs. You wonder who it could be. It was probably Jack. The symbols of the kids. Oh. You got a trophy. Her mother's scarf. Oh no. Look how scared. Oh bless. He is too frightened to speak. He seems to be indicating the only reason he survived this massacre was hiding behind this pillar. Thank goodness for pillars. Ooh, what's this? Oh, secret passage. That's Dad's bloody hat. Oh no. So we found a secret passage. What's over here? Oh. And it's Dave's bro's shades. Oh wait, we can examine the shelves? Let's do it. A foot soldier's guide to combat. Most of the diagrams in this book involved a soldier advancing by single tile, either straight ahead or diagonally when lunging with a weapon. No wonder these guys are so easy to kill. Chess. This is a book on theoretical physics and complex spatial geometries based on the hypothetical addition of orbs to the Queen's ring. The shapes in the diagrams are very complex. This sort of nonsense is regarded as crackpottery at best. Why would the Queen ever wear more than 4 orbs? 4 towers, 4 orbs, 4 heroes. This is a sacred truth. Journey to the center of the battlefield. Looks to be a fairy tale for youngsters. The hero is a dashing young man in blue hood. He heals the planet from within, but can do nothing to stop its annihilation from above, nor its soon-to-follow eradication from reality. Must be sad growing up in a culture whose mythology is centered almost completely around futility. You find an ancient unlabeled tome and read an excerpt. Though we adore him, we shall never enjoy his beauteous croak. We spill our blood on acres of black and white so they may cross the yellow yard. At last, in Sky's reflection through the broken glass, he may find the pond in which he's meant to squat. Ooh. Advanced frog breeding for beginners, difficulty level extreme. For idiots. That's funny. Alright, let's read these as well. Her hands are in my service, but they still shake. They are— oh, this is fucking Marquise's journal. This is erotic fan fiction written about the Queen in the first person. This doesn't belong in this library. This doesn't belong anywhere. More books. You really have better things to do than to read a lot of books written by chess guys. Books, books, books. Data structures for assholes too, now written to accommodate the shortcomings of the terminally obtuse. Grimoire for summoning the zoologically dubious. This is apparently on loan from the Dursite Library. It seems unlikely to be returned at this point. You think you know you might find on this shelf. Just a hunch. Yep, more books. Rise of the Slayer. A horror story meant to scare children. Writers of Prospitian fiction tend to write what they see in clouds, hence their fables tend to be events which simply haven't happened yet, or happened in another realm. They like to use the word fiction so that kids don't get too scared. Problem Sooth. You've been meaning to read this one. Absolutely required reading for any promising young seer who has blundered into entanglement with the occult through an absurd sequence of events. Alright, let's go. Ooh, some people are alive down here. That's good. You got a flaming meteor chunk. This isn't even treasure. How is this treasure? I mean, treasure is someone. Oh, it's a banner of the Village. You suddenly feel inspired in a generally rebellious, united sort of way. Hello. She is apparently swooning over a hero of lore shared by the two kingdoms, a great man who united opposing sides against his tyrannical king. The revolt ended in tragedy, of course, which is typical of their folktales, but it is no less inspiring. They're talking about the mayor. She's all aflutter about a legendary hero, some guy who was weary of war, apparently a simple farmer, handsome and brave. You think you're beginning to fall in love with him too? He seems to be relieved that he and a handful of fellow soldiers have found a secret hideaway to escape the bloody rampage. Maybe if they regroup and marshal their remaining forces, they can take this guy. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. She looks scared and confused. There's nothing left to do but hide. This fellow is mourning the dead. He's probably lost many friends today. First, he was frightened when you barged in here, then briefly excited, and now disappointed. He must have thought you were the great Dark Kingdom's defector, come to save them. Alas, it was only a spooky girl with magic wands. More books. We love that. It is a holy parchment. Maimed clown. Undead cat. Impaled crow. Omnipotent dog. These four shall be held in reverence for the eternity they serve to cut short. Okay. You're sick of reading, gotta find Jack. No, we're not sick of reading, we're gonna keep doing it. Aww. Ooh, bloody footprints. A big horse muscle beast person. Oh, but there's a... it's transportalizer. Ah, the bastard teleported. Okay. Okay. You recognize these curtains, by the way? They're the curtains from all of the other acts. Every time an act ends, the curtains close. Oh. These curtains are all open. How interesting. That's a lot of curtains. Ah. We're back on his tail. Okay. Oh. Hi, Rose. Wow. I did not expect to find you here. Huh. What? Also, why are you all gray like that? You look weird. Rose, I can't understand a word you're saying. It's a lot of silly speaking gobbledygook. Wait, I know what's going on here. Finally happened. You've gone grimdark. I told you, Rose. I warned you about... what did you call him? The brood faster throws. It's okay, Rose. Don't worry. We'll find a cure for your stubborn throws. But I'm still trying to find our parents. I thought my dad might have come to this castle to check out that huge black rain cloud. Did you see the cloud, Rose? Pretty awesome. What? You sound kind of upset. What is it, Rose? Wait, are you talking about our parents? Oh man, you mean they're here? Are you saying they're in trouble? Oh no, Rose. We have to help them. Yeah, I'm frustrated too. There's no time for such lamentations. Do you think you can find them again? Sure good. Great. I can't wait to see my dad. Feels like it's been forever since I saw him. Please, lead the way, Rose. Oh, it's about to get really sad, by the way. This is about to be really, really sad. Hope everyone is prepared. I hope you have your tissues. Oh wait, that's a door. Can I go here? Oh, something's blocking it from the other side. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, Rose, what happened in here? You're going for breath. Was it Jack? Are you saying it was Jack, Rose? Very nearly digital here. What's that, Rose? Are you getting aggravated that I'm talking to you kind of like you're a dog? That's a really nice pillow, by the way. Goes well with your weird dark skin and gothy ensemble. You're welcome. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so worried about this. Oh no, John. By the way, did you know Cardcat thinks we're supposed to get married? Wait, I hope that didn't come off as a proposal or anything. Sorry, I'm just making conversation. I guess I'm a little nervous. Because technically, this is the first time we've ever met. And also, you're talking like an eldritch monster. So I'm kind of babbling. We don't actually have to get married, though. I mean, not if you don't want to. Okay, I'll shut up now. Oh, sweet boy. sweet, sweet boy. Here we go. Well then. So, I think it's time to fuck some shit up. Okay, well, John is dead. And Rose is pissed. Dave, answer. Strider. Oh my fucking god. What? What do you mean, what? We just got done talking. Great, it would be awesome if you didn't bother me for a while. You know, like, while I guess I grieved over this brutally murdered rad family member or something. Oh, that's right, I forgot. It was 5 seconds ago. I think that was hours ago for me. I'm a little foggy on all our logistical shenanigans at this point. There's been so much crazy stuff going on here, I've lost track. So you're officially going non-linear with me? We're just forfeiting all rhyme or reason to this unmitigated clusterfuck. Is that it? Dave, your entire existence is non-linear. Don't be so melodramatic. Whoops, okay, in the future, I'll try not to pitch any sort of dramatics while brooding over the cadavers of slaughtered loved ones. Did you love him, Dave? No. But he was your strange human man, Lucius, who taught you like cool things, like swords and puppets and moving really fast. How could you not? Puppets aren't cool. They're shitty fake people who haunt your dreams and grin like permanent assholes. I was making a joke about being all broken up about it. A guy can be sad and make jokes at the same time. You are sad, but not broken up about it. I don't understand. Exactly. But you said you were grieving. I said we agreed you'd leave me alone to grieve. I didn't say whether I actually would or actually am. Well, are you? I'm grieving to the max, like a widow on dead husband island. Behind all these chill as fuck shades, my face is having these crazy attack of the sads. My rue is fucking bananas, can't you tell? No, I can't. You don't sound sincere, but it's so hard to tell what layer of irony removed from reality your flippant remarks are supposed to be. I'm betting you really are sad, no matter how hilarious and aloof you think you're being. The truth's a mystery, tucked behind the pursed lips of a shitty riddler. They will be loosened only when presented with the conundrous grandeur of rigid, insoluble puzzle cock. Blah, that makes no sense. I'm sorry you're so flustered by the mere notion of glittering mythical crypto dig that it honestly makes me think you're not ready for the truth. Dave, your perplexing euphemisms involving what I presume to be lewd and vaguely intriguing portions of human anatomy, I think are not as hilarious as you probably believe. And in any case, you may be amazed to learn I'm not totally in the mood for your dumb smart-assy hornswoggle. I have lots of my own problems here, and they're big, big problems.
So why don't you just tell me what you're thinking for once?
Pretty simple. Just thinking about how I'm gonna take this sword.
Yeah, never really got why you wouldn't just pull it out.
Filthiest thing you ever said. God fucking damn it. I hate him.
Huh?
Forget it. Pulling swords out of things isn't how I roll. Not John, remember?
I'm not following.
Not a hero. My bro was. John is. I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, we all are. I'm the hero of mind. You are the hero of time. That is who we were created to be.
Fine. It's a title we inherit as phlegm babies or whatever. But what have we done to earn it? Pretty much nothing but horsing around through time, swindling octogenarian alligators out of their life savings. If that sword's coming out of his chest, it's coming out clean. Taking it vertically means drawing more blood. But horizontally means a clean break. Check it.
No, don't.
Dave, break.
Dave, get up.
Nope. Fuck that. I'm gonna lie my ass right down here for a while looking slightly less cool than I made myself out to be ordinarily.
You must stand tall. Only a true hero could pull off such an acrobatic fucking pirouette off that handle.
It all comes back. Full circle. That's basically what I just did, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing here. Making a point of making every little thing take place. What was once mentioned and passing, no matter how seemingly trivial or pointless. It's all how... Blah, blah, blah. That's how all the best adventures get strung together. You haven't heard me bleat like a goat for ironically humorous purposes yet, have you?
No.
That was something that was mentioned at some point by someone, I forget when or why. I bet you were in goddamn pins and needles waiting for that, aren't you?
Are you about to bleat like an earth goat, Dave?
No, fuck that.
Then will you at least get up?
No, fuck you. Go away.
Ugh. Why do I do this to myself?
What?
Subject myself to the moody nonsense of curmudgeonly candy-blooded foul mouths.
I don't know. Why are you even talking to me anyway? Aside from the fact that several hours from now, you apparently forget I don't need consolation, I ought to be left alone.
Maybe it just so happens that for once this isn't about you. Maybe I'm the one who needs some help. Has that occurred to you, Mr. Cool Kid?
Oh.
Anyway, I remember now. Sorry, everyone went kind of shit hive here. And I got bitten, I think. And I kind of forgot where I left off with you.
Bitten? What?
But I remember where all this fits into the chronology with your bro here. This was just before you begged me to finally show you how to reach God tier. So I did. And then you got mad at me. So you decided to do your own thing for a while. And since then, I have been up to my pointy little nubs in suspense, intrigue, and betrayal.
Sure sounds like a dumb way to say a thing. Almost like Birdian and elegant stupidity. An elegant stupidity. The T in Egbertian is soft, like shh. Oh, Egbertian. Egbertian. Oh. Why would I get mad at you?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay. But yeah, I guess it's about time you showed me what's up with my allegedly futile god terrification. How long ago was it you did your coin flip thing? I don't even remember. I was getting sure you would just bullshit me. Had no intention of ever mentioning it again.
Unfortunately, no. Maybe I should take the opportunity to apologize in advance.
For what?
I don't think it'll be constructive to go into it before it happens.
Before what happens? You mean god tearing? Does something go wrong?
Everything goes according to plan, but that is all I will say. Remember, this conversation is kind of not supposed to be about you. I know the idea is unprecedented.
That's practically unthinkable.
I know.
But, I mean, okay. We can talk about your troll problem, but this is pretty important here. The god tier thing and whether I can actually do it or not might be kind of hard to tell on account of me chilling face down on the pavement. And also because downplaying feelings is the chief rule of cool, but I'm pretty pissed about this, which is weird.
It's weird to feel mad. Are you too cool for that too?
No, it's not weird to be mad. It's just weird. Feels like I'm the only one who is. The only one even contemplating taking Jack on. Even among your group of irate Nash shitheads.
Hey.
What?
Actually, you're right. Turns out we really do have a lot of shitheads here. And also, as it happens, the worst one is the one who happens to be planning to take him on.
Well, okay. And that would be a bitch in line to switch on the subject, start talking about your complicated problems, but I kind of wasn't done.
Fine. But for someone who just told me to fuck off, you're sure bending my ears suddenly.
But okay. I mean, isn't that what heroes should be doing? Working to take down a bad guy without a whole lot of this fucking grandiloquence? Grandiloquence. Oh. Took me a second. A lot of this fucking grandiloquence and these huge sweeping plans that got nothing to do with finding them. Like always biding their time, tiptoeing around the unbeatable god boss. John's too nice to get mad. Rose spends all the time calculated. Too focused on Machiavellian ploys of sabotage, trying anything drastic. And Jade is, I don't even know, probably more of a liability if she got it in her head to take him down. If anything, I bet she just needs protection.
What are you saying here, Dave? In this conversation that is still being about you.
I'm just wondering, when does someone actually step up? Jack's got shit to pay for.
If that is how you feel, then I think our two problems are not really different. We're both presently concerned with justice.
Yeah, I guess. Guess it's been on my mind. Maybe I'm supposed to be a hero, rise to the occasion, because there seems to be this little persistent voice in my head nagging me about it, insisting someone's got to pay. It's hard for me to disagree.
Then it could mean one of two things, or both of the two things, like it did for me.
What things?
It could mean that the agent presently influencing you is a conscience exile. A conscience and or an exile.
Fucking a conscious exile, what the fuck? This is so completely illegal. Pretty sure I don't even have an exile. Never heard any voices or anything. Anyway, you don't need a voice in your head to tell you shit is just like so completely illegal. Wait, why did I just say that stupid thing I said? This atrocity cannot go unpunished. Throw whoever is responsible into the slammer. Slammer means jail, by the way.
Dave, I did not realize you had such a passion for law enforcement. I must say this shocking development is coming dangerously close to giving me a case of the vapors.
No, I mean, okay, that came out wrong. What are we talking about again?
Bringing Jack to justice.
Right. Someone has to make him pay. Can't let him just go unpunished. If I could figure out how to reach God tier, maybe I could be the one throwing the slammer.
The slammer?
Slammer means jail.
I know what the slammer means. You call it the slammer when you're extra angry at crimes.
Wait, I read that wrong? Yeah. You call it a slammer when you're extra angry at crimes. Take a note of that important principle, because I'm deputizing you even though you're a kid. You taking notes on this important principle? Jesus, get a fucking pen. Or some chalk or whatever.
I think I'm following. You're gonna find Jack and put him in jail.
Wait, fuck, what? No.
Dave, I know you're likely discombobulated with grief over your fallen man bro Lucis, but that is extremely silly and doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't. I'm just saying, what am I even saying here? Shit. But only while I'm away from my jurisdiction, which I think is forever. Bring the criminals to justice, young deputy. Each mutinous agent must pay for their crimes.
I'm still not sure. You're talking about throwing Jack in the slammer and rambling about justice and telling me to get pens and such. Not that I'm complaining.
Okay, forget the slammer stuff. That was stupid. It is about justice, though. And since no one else seems to give a shit about that, apparently it falls in my jurisdiction now. Not just going after Jack, but all the mutinous agents responsible for crimes.
Agents?
Holy shit, why do I care about that suddenly? Anyway, that's more shit that popped into my head just now, so, okay. I have other duties to attend to.
Well, Noir's cronies are exploitable. Are you saying you have a plan that involves targeting them?
No, not really. No, anyway. It's not like being mad about this and hankering for justice is even the only rational thing I'm currently hot and bothered about. I have other duties to attend to.
Like what?
I must explode this ridiculously illegal edifice. Farewell. I gotta explode this ridiculously illegal edifice. Oh my god, what are these words I'm saying?
You have to explode something?
Never mind.
Are you referring to your plan to blow up the green sun?
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be what I'm talking about. Probably. I need to shut up now. I'm sounding like an idiot. My head's starting to hurt.
Why don't we talk about your thing now?
Oh, fuck. That's not Terezi. My brain is mush. Yay. Why don't we talk about your thing now? What justice thing do you have to do?
You mean it's actually my turn to talk?
Yeah.
But I was beginning to forget my problem listening to your highly enjoyable befuddlement.
Just please tell me your justice problem and make me stop saying stuff. Farewell.
Farewell? Wait.
No, I mean, goddamn, I'm not leaving. Farewell is not even a thing I would ever say. Jesus, what am I, a Victorian poet? You can show me a little respect and assume anytime I say something stupid just means I've been temporarily replaced with a pod person. That's what a real friend would do.
Okay, Dave, I will show some sensitivity and cast suspicion on the intellectual merit of everything you have ever said.
Thank you.
I will further demonstrate my friendship by dominating the rest of this conversation with lengthy accounts of my emotional tribulations, leaving no space for you to submit any amusing outbursts.
That sounds awesome.
Quiet. Now, where was I?
Justice problems?
Ah, yes. Of course.
I need a drink. Stay hydrated. Oh, we're at 3 hours? Okay. You know, if we're at 3 hours, I think I'm going to finish this log and then raid out. Alright. Sounds good. Okay.
Oh, yes. See, of course. You see, our aims are not that dissimilar. Our pursuits of justice, but yours is motivated by anger and the heat of the moment, which is blinding you to the consequences of attempting something very foolish. You're far too cool to succumb to anything like that, which is why you will come to your senses shortly. My situation is a little more complicated. It's less personal, though once it was a grudge which propelled our rivalry. Now its resolution has become a matter of practicality, if not professionalism. Businesslike. The way a true legislator conducts her prosecutions. Dave, did you know that centuries ago on my planet, legislators were not confined to stuffy court blocks arguing cases before his honorable tyranny?
Oh shit, are you fucking serious?
Yes, also shush. I know you're sassing me due to my use of terms unfamiliar to humans, but it is true. They were deployed throughout the galaxy to apprehend criminals by any means necessary.
No, I got there like your alien death lords were saw like bounty hunters in olden times. Pretty simple to decipher through context.
I thought I told you to be quiet. I'm monologuing here. Anyway, they would not rest until their suspect was in custody, one way or another. They would gather evidence over the course of the investigation, compiling a case to be presented at the trial, should one be held before the final submission of the guilty corpse to judicial authorities. Personal feelings and vendettas did not matter, nor did even the nature of the crime. Only justice did. They were selected for their cunning and martial prowess, and for their ability to understand the minds of the criminals they sought. This is why the burden has to be mine, I think. I'm the only one who knows how to handle her. As such, she's my responsibility.
She?
Shoosh.
Okay, I can't even make a little interrogative quips to grease the wheels of your monologue.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. In fact, that's very helpful. Who do you think?
Oh no. Look who it is. Dear, sweet Nepeta. Oh no. Spider Troll?
You are correct. The spideriest one of all.
You decided to take her down then.
I guess so.
You don't sound that psyched about it.
Well, I'm here talking to you about it instead of actually doing it, aren't I?
Are you feeling guilty? Like second guessing whether she deserves it?
Not exactly.
Hasn't she done enough terrible shit to warrant Legends laceration?
That is not a thing. But, yeah, the case against her is overwhelming. More than you even know. She's completely out of control now. She's murdered at least one of my good friends, and possibly several others. I'm not sure yet. The circumstances are a little fishy, but my investigation is ongoing. Additionally, I've discovered she is complicit in Jack's rise to power. When I first learned he came from your session, I mistakenly blamed you all, and took it out on a hapless Egbert. But if anyone is to pay for releasing that demon on both of our groups, it is her.
Sure about that?
Yeah. And she knows I know. She's been taunting me, trying to stir up our old rivalry. That is what this whole John versus Dave thing has been about.
There was no John versus Dave thing, though.
I know. Not really. It's just a game. But the game is serious business to her. Like it was during our role-playing days. And just like then, she ruined everything by taking it too far. And in spite of all her past crimes, these are not even the most important reasons to stop her. She's decided to fight Jack herself, which is an extremely dangerous and stupid thing to do. Sound familiar, Dave? Are you going...
Blah, blah, blah. You're going to stop me too, then? Hunt me down and Lori eviscerate me for my own good?
No. I'll just let you try to reach God tier and then decide for yourself.
Are you saying that I won't make God tier? Or I won't be strong enough if I do?
Objection.
What?
We're talking about you again. I motion that all Dave-centric testimony be stricken from the record.
Lay motion overruled. The judge wants to see where this is going.
No, he doesn't. You know perfectly well he doesn't give a shit. He will clear this court block if he does not have order, he swears to Gigas.
Okay, fine. We can keep assessing over your fucked up kism sister if you want.
It's not like that.
You think she stands a chance against him?
No.
Then what's the big deal? Why don't let her go get her shit ruined by Jack and let justice happen that way?
Because I'm quite sure if she goes to find him, it will tip him off to our location in the Vale. I've seen it already. That is why this is no simple vendetta. Bringing her to justice is critical to our survival.
So why don't you go do it?
Because I'm not sure if I can.
You mean you can't beat her in a fight?
No, it's not that. It's just that when the time comes, I'm not sure if I'll be able to kill her.
Thought trolls were all about gratuitous murderings.
Yes, it's true. We're supposed to revel in bloodshed as we grow up. And she seems to be embracing her rite of passage with reckless abandon, as I would expect. Grabbing the bull by the horns, so to speak. It's a little intimidating, because I'm not sure I'm ready for that. Which I guess is normal.
Are you asking me to reassure you about that? Because I seriously don't have a clue.
It's okay, Dave. I'm still monologuing. I guess I'm not so much worried about not being ready as I am that I might not actually want to be ready. Maybe ever. Maybe there's something wrong with me.
I don't understand. I thought you were insane kids of ape shit over the macabre stuff. Like being all cutesy about executions, smelling cherry blood, and such things contrived to get a guy feeling vaguely uncomfortable. Was that all an act?
Not an act, just fun. I like fun, Dave. I also like games. Don't I like fun and games?
Of course the fuck not.
Liar.
Didn't you say you've killed people before?
There is a big difference between manipulating people to their own doom with trickery and killing someone by your own hand. It's a bit like having to face your own death and discovering the difference between leaving the responsibility to someone else and doing the dirty work yourself. Maybe you'll understand someday.
Okay, I'd like to help you out, but I don't know what advice I should be giving to a member of a murder species who's gunshy on going off to justice murder a murder happy murderer who's done loads of murders. It feels pretty weird and inappropriate for me to be the one to tell you fuck yes, go for it. She got the huge murder with her name on it. Anyways, and it's cruising right at her down Comeuppance Boulevard. So I don't know. Do you want me to tell you to be a better human or to be a better troll?
I can't tell what to advise me, chumpass. Maybe I'm not even looking for advice per se. But I just want to talk to someone about it.
Alright, well, all I'll say is, maybe if you kill her, at least we can finally stop obsessing over her.
Sign. Yeah, fair enough.
Why you just do what you think you have to do? I'll just say. Speaking of which...
Oh, right. You'll be bugging me about showing you how to reach the god tier soon. Prompted by this very conversation, I imagine. Who'd have thought? These time shenanigans completely blindsided us. They practically never even happen.
I know. Blah, blah. This time shenanigans completely blindsided us. They practically never even happened.
I know.
So, I hang up now with future you and then start pestering present you about it is that... about it. Is that how it works?
Yes.
And I make sure not to reference anything said here to keep it simple. Something like offhand way that you seem retroactively logical to your future self. I.e. to you right now. If for no other reason, it'd be boring as hell to rehash it.
That sounds about right, but what do I know? You're the time guy after all. Luckily, I won't have to participate in these charades this time around.
Does luck actually matter? Here we go. Exit. End of year 2. Let's fucking go. Damn. Unlocked album. Medium. Keep playing anyway. You have no idea what the hell this thing is, or why you would need another disc. Just capture log it and proceed. There is justice to be done. You're running out of time. Okay. Terezi, proceed. Okay. Huh? What? I think it's broken. Teresi, read note. Okay. It's not. Oh. Oh. Oh god. Oh, I said it was going to stop, didn't I? Okay. Okay. So, we are going to raid out. We're gonna raid out because I'm getting a bit tired. Let's see. Who can we raid? There's a few people we can raid. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? Let's raid my model brother. Let's do that. As always, of course, we will get the raid message in chat. First, let's do that. And then we will start the raid. There we go. Remember that when you're going into someone's chat, remember to be respectful, read the rules. Finishing up as soon as I got to leave for class again. I didn't even know you were still here, Coco. Yeah, be respectful, read the rules. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and I will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe not. It depends on how I feel. Take care. Bye-bye.